Good afternoon, my YouTube friends. Well, I just got off of work and don't mind the funny attire of the cutoff sweatshirt and this, but I didn't want to get the shirt dirty. So at work I wore this. So then if I get the sweatshirt dirty, it didn't matter. Now, a friend of mine on here, or follower, subscriber, whatever we say anymore, asked me a question about the COVID-19 and the iron oxide and all that and everything else. And the person wanted to know about a vaccine, where that comes into it. So at first I kind of pondered it. I really didn't know exactly where my mind was going to be with that. And then I started thinking about it and all the other things that we've been thinking about. And I came to a conclusion that all this stuff that people have been talking about, like FEMA camps and the coffin liners and, all the military vehicles and all this stuff and everything else, is for a certain reason. Now, the vaccine in itself, I don't know if that could help stop COVID or iron oxide or make or whatever, but I don't know but I do know that Bill Gates again wants to make sure that in that vaccine there is a chip. And they're going to tell you that the chip is for knowing that you've got it. And then it'll be like a social security card here in America. That started out just being for that. Then later on it was ID, and they always said it wouldn't be. And then that's why my mom flipped out, because when they were asking her about, ID, when she says, "What do you mean by social security card? That's illegal." Well, it isn't, because they're doing it now. So anyway, the chip thing, that's going to be in the chip, okay, in the vaccine. And say you have it, they'll probably put your money in it and everything, and it'll go right here, or probably always in your right hand, because you can thumbprint it and go through here, and read your shit and all that. Okay. Plus, in the event of something big, when it's all over, they can find everybody. They can find people, oh, there's about 50 over here, or there's 100 over there, and they can use the liners to do their little mop up. So then, just as I was coming home, makes the news that old Apophis, and I'm telling you, go on the JPL, is Jet Propulsion Labs website, and you could do it on your phone, but you could do it on a computer too. And then you can search. You can search asteroids, planets, comets, whatever it is you want to look at, and you put it in. Now, Apophis is easy. You just go ahead and put Apophis in, and then there's a little graph that shows the planets and where it is. And if you look, like I'll tell you in space terms, okay, so Apophis is this dime, and Earth is this a penny. In space terms, they're like this, if you look at it on the graph. Now, albeit that's a long, long ways away, it's long, long ways away, but in space terms, it's close. Now, through the years, I've done this little thing with Apophis. Last year, it was supposed to be pretty close. Then it's going to come close again, like in a few years, or even maybe now. And then the guy, John Teeter, that no one believes, his time frame is 2036. And they keep telling you on the news 2068. The 2068 doesn't seem possible to me, especially in this new news article where it says the thing's speeding up. I thought, oh, so now you're telling us it's speeding up, eh? And so you see why we started out with this whole, I don't have anything else to use. I got one on my freaking belt here. I carry them with me because I use them. But now you see why. Oops. Now you see why they want these. If you inhale the dust and sneeze the dust, the iron oxide doesn't go to that person. A lot of people won't wear these. They think it's bullshit. Now, I will say this. The sooner our election gets to be where it is, the more they look like they're getting this cure, which is kind of crazy. And, of course, this is worldwide. Of course it's worldwide, because that thing affects worldwide. It's not just a little flu that happened one place and oh my God. No, if this is what I believe it is, and it's a big old dwarf star going by, throwing its iron oxide at us, everyone can get it. If Apophis comes in or something else and it's big enough, everyone will be affected. It doesn't matter if it hits in a spot and doesn't affect you there. Eventually it will, because it'll be like, with food and water and all this other stuff. Internet goes down. That can cause an EMP, just so you know. So when you ask me about the vaccine, and you probably won't see this because now it's probably later for you and you guys are all gone to bed, so you probably won't see this for another, later on when I'm getting ready to go to bed. You guys might be getting up and you'll see the video. But I sat there and I realized over time all the things that I had thought about in all the times of me being studying all this and doing that and sitting with family and talking about all this and Sitchin and, like I said, the Colburn Bible, the Book of Enoch, all that stuff that a lot of people don't believe, and realizing that this probably part of a place, Tiamat, and we broke off and spun along enough to make its own little home. And then the cycle's kind of funny. We make our years 365 days. Now, its cycle is 3,600 years. So we're minusing 65 per year. So that would add on. So that would probably be closer to, well over 1,000. So some people put this at 4,500 years, 4,000 years, but the book said 36, okay? So my other little thing is that we're going to do this. This is my graph again. We're going to do this again. And a lot of people are looking for, and this could happen one day, but they're looking for Tatooine, 2 in the sky. Well, right now, our sun is like this, but this is here. See? This is here. It's right there. So you can't really see it. So when these people are showing all these pictures, I don't know yet. I do know that last year in the mornings you could go out and look and you could see this little bitty red dot left of the moon. I don't see it anymore, so who knows? I don't mean orange like Mars, because they say the whatever planet. I mean red like this mask. So for all these guys that come out and said, "Oh no, you again," all my little friendly trolls, all that stuff. I've been through that so long. I just look at you guys and go, "Yeah, whatever." And I just keep doing my thing because it doesn't bother me. You can troll along. That doesn't really bother me. I should get my little campfire and get my little place to put y'all. Your little campfire and your little troll blanket and this and that. And you sit there and tell troll stories to each other. Yeah. 2012 didn't mean the end of the world, and this won't either. But there are going to be a lot of changes. 2012 was really more of a date. Now, they had already noticed it in 1984. Like I said, you can go back and you can Google it, and you're going to find it. The Chicago Tribune and the New York Times posted a story about this planet that they found way out in the outer reaches in 1984. Oh, we don't got to worry. It's 60 years away. Or 50. 94, 04, 24, to like 2044, whatever. But they knew about this in the 60s, so. That time has come and gone, just like Arizona said. Now, I'm going to come on here and just say a little bit about Arizona. The Red Planet guy. I'm not going to give up anything I know about the guy, but I'm going to tell you that I did figure it out. It took me a while to figure it out. So, about 8-9 years ago, I was on YouTube here with my big old channel of 400 subs, and now I'm sitting here at 40 because the subject's not the same anymore. And this guy got a hold of me. In fact, this is way back when AOL was still AOL, and you could instant message people and do all that and everything else. And at first I thought, yeah, this guy's kind of full of it. And whatever. And he always wanted me to call him. Well, I'm kind of a guy, I don't like to call people, give them my number or any of that kind of thing right away. And I never did. Turned out, this was the son of Arizona. Now, you could just put Arizona, Red Devil Planet, it'll come up. You'll hear him talk about it. He keeps saying popular mechanics, but I think he means popular science. And there was a, a story in there about the dwarf star. Okay. This person sent me pictures. I saw them. They look real to me. It's a red dot with these 4 supposed moons. They kind of make an X with it in the middle. I don't have those pictures. He sent them to me. That computer is long gone. I didn't save anything. Wherever that hard drive is wherever those are. So we talked back and forth. And there were a couple of times he would say things to me that I thought were kind of bull crap, but I never really answered him. You know, like there were a couple of times things happened to him personally, and I thought, is this, you know, whatever. So I never did. And then one day got the better of me, and I started Googling around, and I found the pictures and this and that or whatever, and I realized why the guy called himself Arizona. But I'm not going to give that up. Just that I'll let you know that I did figure it out. And then, before all this happened, all this censorship and all this crap happening here, and Facebook not letting you say what you want, and all this and everything else, he said that I was under the wire enough to keep myself just whatever, and one day go away. So one day, he makes this video called Half-Ass Prepping. It's gone. It's long gone. The guy was drinking a Coors Light or something like that, and he was making fun kind of me, but not naming me. And what it really was that he was trying to disinfo me so people would just drop me, and I'd go my merry way, and that's what it was. So I kind of thought it was funny because it wasn't really on purpose to make fun of me. It was really more of him trying to get people to drop me so I could go back under the wire. And I went back under the wire for 9 years. Well, now I'm beginning to see this crap again, and I realize that there's a lot of shit coming. A lot of things happening. Doesn't mean the world's going to end tomorrow, but there's a lot of things coming down the way. But the person asked me, well, what about the vaccine? And I said, well, this is probably how it's going to work. Now, whether or not ET's real, whether or not it's Project Bluebeam, whether it's real people, whether it's time travel, whether it's whatever it is, the group of whatevers that come here are going to try to get us to take the chip. They're going to say that where they're from, they use it to get us to have it. But that might not happen that way. We might just get it anyway. I've already saw a thing on the Facebook today about certain venues like concerts and stuff that if you want to go and you don't get your vaccine and you don't have proof of that vaccine, you're not going to that concert because they're going to scan you as you walk in. So what does that say? You're going to be chipped. All these military vehicles in 2 years of 2011 and 2012 pumping through here. FEMA coffins, FEMA camps. Now it begins to make sense. And there's other things that I'll leave out for all the chip deniers that don't want them. And I sure don't want one. But that's where it all fits in. It's kind of like a game. Who wins in the end? No one knows. Anyway, my friends, that's one little afternoon video. I got things I got to go do. Peace. I'll be seeing you. You guys have the best day you can, and I'll be seeing you.